trying to get pallets from there, and I asked like one of my contacts, and he's like, 6 to 8 days would be how long it take the pallets to get there. Evidently, Deming is north of Seattle towards the Canadian border, also known as Nowheresville. Welcome to Joe's Weekly. This is episode 6. It's a pretty crazy week, and it started off pretty slow, and it started off during the grind in the office, and it definitely elevated to a different level. Starting Monday, we got some new shelves, which means we're getting new inventory here pretty soon. It also means we're going to be expanding to our new spot. And we also got an ultrasonic cleaner, which is a really big deal for us. Now we can actually refurbish a part and get all the crap off there and reuse it instead of getting a brand new part and then just throwing that away. So we're going to be able to be more green, we're going to be able to save customers more money, and we'll actually be able to work on water damage product as well, which is a really big deal for us. It's massive, it's a new niche for us. Starting this is going to be huge for us, so we're excited about getting this on, practicing, seeing if it actually works, and seeing how it can help us and our customers out. And I'm going to go directly to Wednesday. We had a really big meeting here. I had a meeting with some of our advisors here. Getting some snacks. I usually eat chocolate, but 70%, dude. Let's be coffee. It's going to be a long night. This is the struggle of entrepreneur. Your plan is just scaling the wall.
No, this is just corporate life, climbing the ladder.
Is that what it's supposed to represent? It was great just to see our vision. What's happening in 2017? What are we going to do to finish off our goals, our projections? 2018, what's the goal? How is that going to happen? What actionable steps are we going to take? 2019, what is our goal? How are we going to get there? Why is this goal so big? Why are we going to be able to achieve this? During the meeting, we went over a lot of specifics, a lot of expanding markets, a lot of markets that we work on. How can we really elevate that? As well as how can we continue to be the #1 leaders in online beef repairs? How do we continue to do what we're doing? How do we stop the stuff that's not very good for us? And how do we continue doing certain things? So that was really important for us to know what we can start, stop, and continue doing. That is really just amazing to see that we can actually get to the point in our lives where we can elevate. We have enough numbers for it. We take the metrics, we put them together, and we see what's going on in our business. It's a pretty important meeting. Every single time we have these meetings, we always hash out some great stuff. I just always learn a lot. And a lot of the stuff I hear here, I either battle it and it happens, or I don't battle it and it still happens. So one of those fun things where you're just constantly learning how this world works, you know. Sometimes you want to keep stuff the same, and it never really stays the same, you know. Only constant in life is change, so you better get used to it, or you're gonna be the one that's, you know, not constant. So. Off to get some breakfast. Been broken a deal with France this morning. Trying to get a wholesale sales going. Trying to generate more revenue. We got some pretty ambitious goals for Q3, so. Working on a deal right now. Might be heading out to New York here in the next couple of days. Running a little bit low in inventory, and I found a jackpot. 10 pallets worth of product. So doing things like this where we can go directly to sources without any middleman, that's really important because it drives much better prices on the market. And at the end of the day, that's really what we're trying to do, is become as competitive as possible. So heading back to the office, we're gonna finish out the day pretty strong. Hopefully fly out to New York here pretty soon and get this deal started. Back to the office. It's been a fun 24 hours, so here we go. Within 5 hours, we schedule a trip and we're off to New York. It's 8:25. Let's see what time it is. 8:24, June 12th. We're about to go to SeaTac. We're gonna go fly out to New York, NYC. We'll be back in about 36 hours. It's a pretty quick trip. And there's not gonna be a lot of sleep going on. There's gonna be a lot of work going on. We're gonna be touring a couple facilities, also gonna be touring NYC. There's a couple different vendors there I wanna stop by and check out, but mainly we're just taking off right now. Plan's gonna be taking off in about 3 hours, so we're gonna make it there hopefully right on time. Just got myself a new bag. I was about to pass on heirloom to Aaron. We have this gray satchel that's been through my brother for about 5 years. Me now for about 5 years. Now I'm passing it on to Aaron. So he's gonna adopt this big, which is awesome. And you know, sometimes you walk into a store, you go in there for one thing, you can see something else that's got on your name. So 10:55. We got about 1 hour before the airplane takes off. Check out my new bag.
Another game I'll never win. The
about 15 minutes before our plane flies out. We're in NYC. We got some sleep on the airplane. About to get the day started. It's been a long 12 hours here going from Seattle to Minneapolis, Minneapolis to New York. Once we landed in New York, it was great because we're in the city, you know, it's a massive city. You can really feel the hustle there. People are moving, lots of people. We're at, man, just having a bagel here in New York, you know. For sure, man. So, we're about 7 miles away from the Canyon Drop. About to meet up with our supplier here.
Slept a little?
On the plane a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
You'll see our facility. It's massive. It's a 100,000 square foot warehouse.
Oh shit.
So it's a big facility. Liquidation part of it was making tons of money, and they were finding a real.
I'm 22, but my
22.
I'm 22.
Wow. I was kind of guessing your age. I put you in the mid 20s,
Uh-huh.
but the upper mid 20s.
Okay.
Maybe. Everything.
It's small, it's only 18 people. We just hired a 19th person, but
19 people is not small.
we went from 5 to 19 within like 8 months.
That's really
It's
good.
nuts.
Well, that's considered a small business.
It is.
You know, that's what everybody aspires to, have a small business.
Well, it's kind of cool to have a business. I'm not actually thinking about it. I'm gone. My
Right.
business is running.
Right.
And you know how,
Yeah.
how long it took me to get there? Like,
Right.
it's
Is this like one of your first times leaving?
no. For like a, yeah, kind of.
Right.
But
No, I'm
it's-
saying while the business is running.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one
During
of
the
first-
week,
Right,
exactly.
right.
And automatically went into checking out a new facility. This is like a company that we've worked with in the past, and we got an ability to see how their operation is. It's a company that we aspire to be, but hopefully we can become a lean company, a company that's more organized, a company that can have better flow, people who are amazing and to try to elevate the business. So creating something similar, but just being a better company in general. And seeing this operation is just mind-blowing. Seeing that, you know, the 200 plus people in this operation, 100,000 square foot building, and it's doing something very similar to what we're doing. It's just mind-blowing to see this operation in action. They have all these different departments, these different people doing different things. People are in roles. We got customer service. We got a huge shipping department, big warehouse with millions of products in stock, as well as a refurbished center, wholesalers, all that good stuff.
I don't know if you could do anything like to replace the van because there's wires running through it. I'm
there
gonna
a way
send
to
you.
pull it?
I'm gonna send you a few pieces.
Anything that you think, like, if you ever have anything, just send it to me. Because like I said, I have a dude. If it makes sense, I'm gonna go. Because it's like the only way we're gonna keep growing like we have been is to do new stuff that scares us a little bit, you know.
It's been a pretty hectic day so far. Been pretty crazy. We actually visited one of our bigger suppliers. They have about 200 employees. It's a private company, and they don't let a lot of access into that place. So it was a pretty big honor for us to go check out that facility just to see how many units are moving, all the facilities, all the systems in place. It's pretty mind-blowing just to see where we can go, and I could see where we can put a lot of improvement in our business to implement something similar to that. It's been a really crazy day so far, so we're pretty excited to get going. We're about to take off here to Manhattan. Gonna go explore and check it out. So it's hour 20 of our journey so far, and we're about to get some food. I'm really hungry and super famished. I kind of gained a mind in my head of just another idea, you know, like how hungry are you for something? How hungry are you for something? Are you willing to dedicate your life to something? Are you willing to be obsessed over it? Are you willing to do everything it takes in order to accomplish that in your life? And, you know, I'm super hungry right now, so that's probably why it's on my mind. But, you know, I'm hungry for what I do. I'm hungry for perfection. I'm hungry for making things happen. I'm hungry for building my business and building people. I love that. You know, we're hanging out here in New York. It's a different vibe, man. It's crazy. It's a lot of people, a lot of cool businesses here, a lot of cool things going on. But a lot of people are hustling too. You know, I respect that a lot. And it seems like there's a lot of hungry people here, and a lot of different situations in life. You know, they give you the opportunity to become more hungry. If not, then that gives you a different chance to do something as well. So we're about to get some food here. About to get this all started and continue this journey here. So after we got that taken care of around 5, 6 o'clock, we went to New York City, checked out Times Square. It's pretty crazy. I gotta say, it's a lot of humans just rubbing shoulders, but it was great. It was loud, a lot of cool stuff, a lot of graphics, whatever. I'm not really a big fan of all that stuff, but it was just great to see, you know, it's out of my comfort zone. Having the ability to just leave and take off to a new city and just check into something out new, that definitely, you know, makes you become mature pretty quick, because you have to see something new, you have to become a, you know, a chameleon and whatnot, change your colors, become part of that, and then go into somewhere else. So we went and checked out Times Square, then we kind of sat down for the rest of the evening and work, got caught up on some work, had some really terrible coffee. Sorry, New York, you guys' coffee sucks. Man, I was so happy when I landed in Seattle, had some great coffee. But besides that, the tangent, once we got that taken care of, we took a Greyhound from 10 o'clock till 6:30 in the morning. We were driving from New York City through Pennsylvania. We drove through, we stopped at Syracuse. From Syracuse, we went to Buffalo. Buffalo, we showed up there at 6:30, and we quickly got started, got the day started, had some coffee, took care of stuff, and then we got the main reason why we went there was to check out this facility. And this facility had a lot of beats there, over 2,000 units. For us, it's a pretty big deal. And we had the ability to sort through the facility, check the facility out first, of course, help the people out there, identify a couple of different things, as well as price stuff, sort stuff, and that's eventually we landed the deal. So I had the ability to save a lot of money because we sorted stuff out. We had the ability to see this new operation, which is great, and had the ability to start a new relationship with a big company. So having the ability to do something like that on demand is impressive for me myself. I appreciate having the ability to do something like that, and the business will really be able to prosper because of that. Once we got that taken care of, we sorted everything out. We had the ability to quickly contact the owner, see what's going on, get this price negotiated. We landed that. Once we were done with that, automatically we took off, had some lunch, went back to the airplane. Landed here at, it was 11:30. This 36-hour trip turned out to be 48 hours. We got another 3 hours before we head back to our office. We pretty much live in the middle of nowhere, so going from Seattle to our office is another 3 hours. It's currently 12 o'clock, so we'll be back at home around 3 o'clock. Hopefully get the day started maybe around 6, 7, probably 8 o'clock, get a couple hours of sleep in. It's been an insane trip. It was a really eye-opening trip where I could see so many different things that we could do better in terms of distribution, in terms of things like that. And I was really actually happy to see how our business would fare up to these companies that have been doing this for a really long time. You know, we got a chance to internally visit one of the largest repair companies that sells on channels like eBay and their own website. And that was just mind-blowing to see that process in itself, and being able to go in there and get an internal view of this is just mind-blowing in itself. So it was amazing thing, and we really finished off the trip by landing the deal for the units. We landed over 2,000 beats units and already brokered some of it out to a different country. So I mean, it just overall, what an amazing trip. Saved a bunch of money on that lot because we sorted it out exactly how it should have been done. And originally when we got the information from the company, they didn't sort it out properly. So pretty much saved $15,000 just by going on this trip. I'm about that. Anytime I can save money, I'm gonna do it. But I'm definitely ready to go home and kind of do the whole life thing, catch some sleep, and get going from there. Had the ability to really see these operations in action, and what it really made me really happy, because I saw that these operations are very large, but they have a lot of small flaws that we can quickly eliminate that from our process and make sure we're a more efficient business. I saw that as well. So even though it's fascinating to see these crazy, huge businesses, you think they got their shit together, right? Well, they do. They have great distribution, they have great sourcing, great sales teams, great websites, great people, but they have a lot of little things that are the big things, which we really focus on. We have a saying here, the little things are the big things, and having a little company and focusing on the little things is gonna allow you to become a big company as well. So I was really happy. I was kind of relieved to see. I came back to our warehouse. I'm like, wow, this is pretty organized. I'm not gonna freak out today, only a little bit. The culture for our business is the most important thing to me personally. For me personally, money is just mileage on a car. As long as the car is moving forward, the ticker's gonna keep going up. That's really the reality of a business, a good business at least. And in our business, culture is the most important thing. We put love in what we do. Something that we pick up is not just merchandise. For us, it's a product that someone's going to enjoy. We put so much love and pride in what we do that even as we've been scaling up, it's still the same thing. we're not just looking at it as a commodity, as a raw product, as a piece of plastic. And because of that, we can have a culture of people who are loving the product we're doing, loving the things we do, helping each other out. We're growing as humans. We love doing everything we do. Even though the shitty things that we do, we still love it because we know it brings great things for us. So having the ability to have a team that's so together, a team that loves each other, a team that loves what we do, the process of what we do, really just encompassing our one core value and just following our principles, that's crucial for us. And having the ability to start on a small scale, to have everything streamlined, making sure our systems are in place, our processes are in place, our people in place, that's great. I love that. I'm excited about it. I'm back home here, gonna get some sleep here pretty soon, gonna have some real food and have some good coffee. I'm excited for that. And I'm gonna hopefully enjoy my weekend Sunday, take a day off, maybe rest up for a bit. So as we travel, as we do different stuff, you guys can come along, join our journey. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Take care. You stand up because, man, when you sit, it's not good. That's what we got standing. That's pretty important. We got in a couple of months.